Hi, I'm Paula Jean Harrison with the FinTech Times, and we are here at PAY360 with Raf from NatWest. Raf, how are you doing today?
All good, thank you for having me here.
Fantastic. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
So, I'm the API Senior Manager for NatWest Bank of API. So my job is to practically sell API, VRP to other fintech.
Fantastic. And so let's start with a really high-level question. What is VRP?
Perfect. So what is VRP? VRP, to me, the very easy way I'm trying to describe, is a new payment method. It's a new payment method that will allow different parties to pay each other in an automatic manner. So it's a sort of, I would say, fancy version of a direct debit, where a customer can set a payment rule in favor of, let's say, a third party, so let's say in favor of British Gas, to pay on a recurring basis. So therefore, British Gas will receive the money. So yeah, nothing more, nothing less than a payment solution.
Fantastic. And why is NatWest offering VRP as a payment method for businesses and consumers?
Yes. So I think I would say the answer, the reason why we are offering VRP, I would probably split the answer in three parties. So the first one is because we think that VRP will cover some existing customer needs. So existing payment methods such as direct debit, cards are not perfect. So they have their issues, such as, when I need to set up a direct debit, might take a lot of time. When I need to cancel a direct debit, I might spend half an hour arguing with someone on the phone. Still, direct debit, card payment might be not secure, while the beauty of VRP is that customers are totally in control. So customer can set a payment in a couple of clicks. Customer can stop a payment just with one fingertip, so no anymore need to argue on the phone with someone. And for sure, the other element is how streamlined is the proposition. So can actually deliver almost a one-click payment experience. And last but not the least is safety and security. So customer will need to authenticate for a payment. They can set some minimum and maximum limit of the payment. So there are a lot of guardrails that will make this proposition more secure than direct debit and card. The second reason why we are doing this is because it's primacy. So by offering a proposition that is good for the customer, we are enforcing our role in the day-to-day life of our customers. So therefore we are fostering primacy. And the third and last one is because all we are using is an existing technology that was mandated by the regulator. So the long and short means that to deliver a great customer proposition, we are not spending a penny more of investment. So the long and short is, would have been wrong for us to not offer this kind of proposition.
Yeah, fantastic. And what are some of the best use cases for VRP?
Well, use cases can move from a very, very, very large set. So we can start from the easiest one that can be, I can use VRP to do a periodic donation to a charity. So that's probably the easiest one and probably the most important one, because we know how important is the third sector. The other one can be pay for subscription and utilities. So I can pay my Netflix account, my Netflix monthly subscription with VRP. I can pay my utility bills with VRP. And then leading to the more complex ones, such as e-commerce payments and buying, traveling ticket, in which again a wrapper in terms of customer liability is required. So those are pretty much the spectrum of different kind of use case we can have.
Fantastic. And you've touched on this a little bit already, but can VRP replace payment methods like direct debits and standing orders and card on file payments, things like that?
The simple answer is yes. It will require time, because again, for sure, there are some USP, so unique selling point, that this proposition VRP has versus the other. For sure, there are other gaps that we will need to address. So it's the addressing those gaps that will allow us to then be a solid alternative to other payment methods.
Yeah, fantastic. And what more needs to be done, do you think, to ensure merchants see VRP as an appealing proposition?
I think the first one is we need other banks to join. So every payment method to be appealing for a merchant will require market coverage. We only have a 15% market share, which is a NatWest market share. So we need other banks to join the party. And we definitely need to have the regulator and probably the more future-looking 2-3 other banks to sit in one room and agree how what protection are we providing to the customer and how to manage those kind of unhappy paths, so how to manage dispute. So I think those are the main one we need to have a scalable proposition.
Fantastic. And finally, what's next for NatWest with VRP?
I think for us the next big one is to work with our partner, with our PSP partner, and try to leverage and push to have a marquee customer, marquee client that we can start to onboard and work with. And I think this will help on accelerating the agenda of VRP, will help on shaving the delays and the debate we are having with the regulators. So I think it's more how can we find a merchant willing to use us and trying to demonstrate to the market that, I mean, this is an appealing proposition.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much, Raf, for joining me today. It's been a pleasure to talk to you.
Thank you very much.